Hey everyone! Welcome to Curse the Dawn Late Night Gaming. I have not been streaming in forever. And let's start out with a little housekeeping to explain why I haven't been streaming in forever. When it's the lovely COVID happening outside and we're all stuck at home, why hasn't Curse been streaming? Well, I have a million excuses, so let's start. First here, let me just say first that we're here in Crystal Isles. This is the tech base I made. This is the Castle Keeps and Forts Sci-Fi mod that allows you to make this, and it's really very customizable. Whoa. Okay. Wow. That guy has a wide aggro range. Yeah, so this map is Crystal Isles, and it has 11 mods on it. Most of them are like this, like building mods, but I do have the Jurassic Park mod on here, and I do have the additional creatures mod made by the map builder on here. And as you can see, Vikings, the Eco Vikings mod. I don't know why I put it on there. I just thought it would be cool. Yeah, catastrophic. So what I was going to say is, why haven't I been streaming? Well, I've been in the hospital, and it's been kind of serious. So had some recovery time, and I think it's going to be okay for a while. So that's one thing, and then another thing is I've gotten very distracted with a lot of other games. I've been playing Deep Rock Galactic. I've been playing World of Warcraft Shadowlands. I've been playing Farming Simulator with my brother. I've been playing now Cyberpunk 2077. And I saw today that ARK announced ARK 2. And I found that trailer with Vin Diesel very confusing. Now, I couldn't help but see that and think, oh, they added a star so that they could be like Cyberpunk when they showed Keanu Reeves in the game. But we all know that Vin Diesel is no Keanu Reeves. So, but Vin Diesel is very into video games. Hey, how you doing? So, I was just talking about the Vin Diesel ARK 2 trailer. And I saw that they added Vin Diesel. And I couldn't help but feel it was like because of the Cyberpunk thing doing Keanu Reeves. But, yeah, Vin Diesel is no Keanu Reeves. And so I don't know. And that also brings up the question. I mean, the whole thing that everyone, at least me, I won't speak for everyone, but what we love about ARK is the freedom. You don't have missions. You don't have things that you're supposed to be doing. You literally log into every game and go, what am I going to do? What are my goals? And when I see the game trailer for ARK 2, it really looks like, I mean, I know ARK supposedly has a story, but you don't have to pay any attention to it if you don't want to. Whereas this looked very like, just first impressions, it was like very mission-based looking. Like you'll be doing something and you'll get attacked by enemies because, I mean, ARK doesn't have tribes of other creatures, and that had tribes of enemies. So if you have enemies, you have to be spawning enemies in some sort of a sensible way. So I don't know. It kind of scary what their plans are, and quite frankly, I mean, another reason I haven't been playing much ARK is that it's kind of been going downhill in a way. Like each expansion seems to be getting kind of worse than the last one. So for me, what they've been doing that I don't like is I don't like the sci-fi creatures so much. That's why I installed the Jurassic Park mod here, because I like the fact that it was real dinos and not made up crap. And wow, that guy is really mad. So have you been playing Cyberpunk at all? It's really premium price right now, so it I have played yeah, I have played maybe 4 hours of Cyberpunk so far, and I don't know how I feel about it. It's not bad. It's okay. It's got a lot of bugs, but they aren't like showstopper bugs, like they're gonna ruin the gameplay. It's more like dumb things, like there's a girl standing in the street playing a guitar and there's no guitar. She's strumming nothing. And then people talking, and when they're talking they don't move their lips sometimes. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So it's kind of dumb things like that. It's not like the mission is broken, you can't progress, but I mean, it certainly takes you out of the immersion of it all. That guy was attacking me so much, and now I went down here to kill him, and now he swam away. So I don't know. When I first started playing it, having worked on Far Cry games, I felt it felt to me a lot like Far Cry, like the combat and tagging guys, and I was a little disappointed because since they made Witcher, I was really hoping it would be more of that style of combat like it kind of was in Witcher, but I don't know. It feels very like what is happening now with first-person shooters. It felt like it just kind of jumped right into that whole same genre of tagging guys, crouching, a little stealth. I mean, I don't know. But once you get to playing it, it's not bad. And I was pretty upset at first because it seemed like they didn't let you go. You were kind of trapped in the story and the missions, and you couldn't go out and explore the city. But that does eventually stop, and they do let you go. But the way it is right now, you tend to compare it to Grand Theft Auto, because Night City, where you are, is a big, huge city, kind of similar to San Andreas. Or was the San Andreas in the last Grand Theft Auto? I can't remember. But it's not as good as Grand Theft Auto. I'll just say that. I'm sure everyone would agree. It's not as good as that. It's definitely more gritty, but it's not as good as Grand Theft Auto at all. Oops. So, watching the ARK 2 trailer made me realize I haven't streamed ARK in a while. Now, Kat, my tribe mate Kat, she has been on the server briefly. Oh no. Keep switching to the controls that we had in. Oh, it's a pretty good one. I've been playing Sea of Thieves a bit, so when you use the scope in Sea of Thieves, it's different controls. You have to tame those with crystal, unfortunately, and I don't have any. So how's my company going? The last stream, yeah. So I still work. My company, Dark Arts Development, is still under contract working with Squanch, which is the people that make one of the creators of Rick and Morty. um, Justin, Royland. So we've been working, yeah, everything's going fine there so far. My contract does say I can work with other companies, and I've been trying to explore that because, you know, contracts end. So, but a lot of people want you to be exclusive. They don't want you sharing ideas with other companies, so, which is understandable. But yeah, everything's been okay. As I said in the start of the stream, I've been in the hospital. So as a contract worker, that's kind of difficult because if you don't work, you don't get paid. So there really wasn't any time for me to take time off. So I did have to, just out of necessity, take a week off to recover. And didn't get paid for it. And that kind of bummed me out the way Squanch acted too. They were kind of just like, oh, well, that's bad news. Anyway, let's get back to work. And I was like, seriously? I was like, yeah, I have a genetic issue with my blood. I have high amounts of what they call lipoprotein A. And what that basically means is I have outrageously high cholesterol for no reason. My body creates it. So I have problems with clogging arteries and everything. I had this when I was 34. When I was, you know, maybe not to you, but when I was a fairly young person, yeah, I had a heart attack and everything just because I wasn't overweight and I wasn't like abusing my body in any way, and I was just kind of like, why is this happening? And they found out it was because of that genetic issue. So yeah, so it sprung up again, and I had to go have a bunch of stents added to my heart. So I now have 5 stents in my heart. So it was kind of a serious thing, and I had to do some recovery, but yeah, what are you gonna do? When it's a genetic thing, it's just like, and that's the thing is when you normally, you know, when you have a heart attack, you're old, and they give you some rehabilitation steps to take and everything, but for me, it's not the same situation. So, you know, normally they would say, oh, well, you need to like change your diet and all this, but my diet doesn't change anything. So when you change your diet, the most it can really affect your cholesterol rating is like 30 points. So to get an idea of where my cholesterol was at, I don't know how it's measured everywhere else, but yeah, I have to be on blood thinners, and I don't know how it's measured everywhere else, but in the States, it's considered high if your cholesterol is 200, and mine without medication was 500. So my blood was essentially like lard. So it's constantly wanting to clog my arteries, and there's not a whole lot I can do. I'm on meds, and like you mentioned, blood thinners. And you just kind of hope for the best. The blood thinners they put me on now are so strong, I can't even play with the cat. Because if he scratches me, I just bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed. So any little tiny scratch and I've got blood running down my arm. So yeah. So that's kind of why I haven't been streaming in a while. I've been dealing with all this stuff. And plus work, and then plus getting distracted by a bunch of other games. I mean, to Squanch, I am a contract worker. I'm not part of the team. I'm outside of that. So that's kind of the way they treat me, which is understandable, I guess. But, you know, kind of sucks. In fact, after it happened, they said, well, we understand you um, probably need to focus on your health. So we'll release you from the contract if you want. And I was like, no, I need paid. I need money. That hasn't changed. So I think they were just trying to be understanding, but kind of came off weird. Uh-oh. Now what sucks about these crystal creatures is you need crystal to tame the other crystal creatures. And you don't get any when you harvest a body. You have to knock them out. You said contract workers are, or not, it should be some compassion. Yeah, I mean, they gave me a little time off. They said we would ask that you take a week at least. So I did take a week, but it wasn't like they paid me for it. It was a week that I didn't get paid, so I couldn't just keep doing it. I mean, the hospital when I left said take a month off. And I'm like, well, that'd be nice. I can't do that. So, but luckily my job is sitting at the computer working on the Unreal Engine, so it's not like I'm out lifting logs or something, so it's not that bad. I don't think you get prime crystal from any of this stuff. No. So Kat and I had started Crystal Isles. She's actually asleep in the base there. She was going to go make her own base, but she actually had a job change herself, so she works strange hours now. She was going to make her own base, so she doesn't have a bed in my base. But we haven't really explored Crystal Isles much at all. Either way, I'm glad it's sort of semi under control for you. Yeah, it's kind of as in control as it's been. I mean, things happen and you just kind of roll with it. I have to go in for a stress test Monday, and that's where they make you run on a treadmill with a heart condition. They're like, don't worry, we have a cardiologist available. I don't want to have an event that I need a cardiologist. Can I just not do it? Am I planning to rebuild my waterfall base? So I don't know if you've seen that, if you've played on Crystal Isles, but they changed that whole area. So that space I was building the waterfall base on is now just a tiny little blip. It's not big enough to really build a base on. Yes, I am bored of ARK now. To be honest. I don't... And it's a couple reasons. I've been playing a lot of video games with my brother. And his computer can't run ARK because ARK's a big hog. We all know that. And so I've been playing Farming Simulator with him because he has no trouble playing that. That and Deep Rock Galactic. We've been playing that a lot. So I thought maybe streaming that with him, but he is not really down with the streaming. He is always afraid that he's going to sound stupid on the recording, and I keep telling him sounding stupid is what they want you to sound like. Everyone wants you to say something stupid. My mom had a heart attack last year. She had the exact same. Ended up in A&E 3 times because of it, and has arthritis too. Yeah, it's a rough thing once So the hardest thing about having a heart attack and surviving it is getting through day to day, because you feel like you're kind of a ticking time bomb, because there's sometimes no warning. So you don't really know when it's going to happen, and you kind of have to just like put it out of your mind. And plus there's the whole stigma of people who have heart attacks are old and out of shape. And that's not me. So, I mean, what you gonna do? But, yeah, sounding stupid, you get more views. Exactly, yeah. But we played some Deep Rock, and I made a video of it, and he was like, "Can you please let me review it first?" So so he wants to like review the videos and see how does he sound, and so I don't know. It's like nobody cares, dude. I'll try to find that area you were talking about. I mean, the blood falls, the waterfall is still there, but the place above it is like really not. Okay, so this is where we are right now, this little island out here. And I was gonna stream Cyberpunk, but I'm like, the whole world is doing that right now. So there's really no point. I was watching one video was talking about, you know, what are the top rated streaming games, and number one is still Minecraft. And that actually might be interesting. I mean, I played Minecraft since it was a little beta nothing a long time ago, so it's not like I don't like Minecraft, but that I have issues with the game a bit because it's been out so long and they really haven't improved. Just like the environment. If you go and you play Minecraft, there's no sound. There's no like birds chirping or wind, or when you're standing still in Minecraft, it's dead. And I can't believe they've never changed that. But, so where is that at? Let's see. I think it's around here. It's not that. I know it's over by this thing. Yeah, I mean, my girlfriend's kid, he still plays Minecraft. They like every day. So I don't think it'll die either. Minecraft is just like, and it's such a weird following behind it. It's like other games are like doing entire new versions, and like ARK. It's like, here's ARK 2. We're trying to keep current, valid, and then you see Minecraft, and it's like, today we released pandas, and everyone goes, "Oh my God, pandas!" And it's like, it's like they hardly do anything and get all of this support. So here's the waterfall. And you remember we had an elevator going up and everything? But when you go up to the top here, it's this tiny little space. Yeah, we have honeybees, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, honeybees!" And like, what is it they posted recently? There's going to be pet dragons or something that are little dragons flying around, and you could tame them. And everyone's going crazy, and it doesn't even come out till next year. And seriously, how, I mean, as many years as Minecraft has been out, how hard would it be to just add something to it? I would think they'd have a process by now, but I don't know. So this space here is the area where I had built the previous base, and it's just tiny, tiny. Yeah, so the original map, Crystal Isles, was a huge hog. And anytime you get near the volcano, right, exactly because of the volcano, yeah, they had to, it would just become a frame rate dump. And so they had to really like reduce things and shrink them down. So a lot of things suffered because of that. And there's an issue that Kat ran into. My tribe mate, she was over by those floating islands. And there's a bug over there right now that I've never seen a fix for, where the game thinks that there's columns of water in the air. They're invisible, you can't see them. But you fly into it, and it's like, oh, you've just flown into the water. So it dismounts you from your flyer, and you fall down to your death usually. And then your flyer, I've seen posts where people say that their flyers have actually drowned because they're up there flying, stuck in this invisible column of water, and then they die because they drowned. And she was really looking forward. She was like, I'm going to build over there because it's so cool looking, you know, it's like Avatar. And then there's this invisible death over there, so... Yeah, I was working one day and she hit me up on Discord and she's like, I just lost my mount and then I used this dragon, my red ice dragon from the Christmas event. She's like, then I used that to go try to recover it and I lost that too. I'm like, holy crap. So we went over there and it was really hard to find them. That area is so deceivingly big. And then luckily we did, but I had to use a raft because anytime I would fly around there, I would hit those invisible things and get dismounted. So we even resorted to using the cheat to let you fly. And you know, if you use the fly or ghost cheat in ARK, you touch water, it turns it off basically, and you fall. So it really didn't help. You fly over there and hit those and then you fall into the water. So you know, I was kind of looking around. I thought, so that additional creatures mod for Crystal Isles, I thought added all the creatures from the other mods, or from the other maps, but I believe now maybe it hasn't. I was thinking there would be the Ferox here, but I don't think there are. I jumped on the mod page and it doesn't mention them. So it's a shame the developers of ARK will just give up on the first game. Well, it is wildcard. Yeah. Yeah, I have the ARK Editions mod as well. But, yeah, you know, wildcard, they're wildcard. Apparently I have the Thanksgiving event still running on here. And that's what's kind of sad too, is you see now that trailer they released, the ARK 2 trailer, it was just a cinematic. There was no sign of gameplay in there anywhere. So who knows what it'll be like, but if it's going to look like that, it's going to be a huge... You know it's not going to be optimized and it's going to be a disaster. But that's just kind of the way they are. So where did that alpha go? There it is. 108. Oh, is Thanksgiving still active for everyone? I didn't know. Since this is my server, I can turn them on and off. We could have Halloween right now if we wanted to. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I don't... I mean, the PS5 is pretty impressive, I guess, so... It could be alright. I don't know, but it's just the way they optimize is never very good. Why is he attacking me? Must not have hit him. There we go. Yeah. The I just got super lucky and got this red wyvern during the Christmas event over on Valgaro. I like that post that you want to become famous. I don't know if I really want to become famous. I post pretty casually, and I think if I was to do it as a regular job, I don't know if I have time to have 2 jobs, so I don't know. Because I take my Twitch streams and just dump them onto YouTube, and if I was to do this, like really get in and want to be a Twitch streamer, a YouTuber, I would have to then take those videos and edit them down and make it all fancy and cool and have scripts, and I don't know if that's really something I do. And then plus, back when I used to have my face on the camera down in the corner, it was not a good response. Everyone's like, "Hi, Dad." Did I get anything from that kill? Probably not. Well, I got the stupid skull that we all have a million of. And, oops. Oh. There we go. Yeah, kind of garbage. Ooh, Acro. Oh, I don't know who that is. It's a little scary. Oh, it's Giga. Oh, it's not a Giga. Hey, don't eat. It wasn't I thought it was a Giga too, but it wasn't. But That's what I like about the Jurassic Park mod, is it adds more dinos, not crazy things. Did I get the DNA? I did not. So with the Jurassic Park mod, I don't know if you're familiar, you can collect DNA from the dinos. Which that one didn't give me any. And then you can use that DNA to make hybrid dinos. I think I did it once on Insane Island series. Yeah. Oh man, what the heck? Yeah. Yeah, it took like 40 minutes to load. I still have it. The save game's still there. I would like it. I think it would be interesting to actually progress in that. So, you know, the whole goal of ARK single players, especially, is to ascend after each map, and I never have done that. So, it'd be kind of interesting to try to take that series and ascend to the next map, which I believe is Scorched Earth. That's something I never really liked about ARK, is that when you go and make a single player game, you have that single character, regardless. You can't like select another map and make a new character, because it always overrides your last character. Which I don't get that. It's like, why can't I make as many maps as I want and as many different characters? I would, quite frankly, play it a lot more if it was that, but I don't like overriding the last guy. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. If you had all those modded creatures and take them into a boss fight, I'm not sure exactly what would happen. I've never done any of the big boss fights because I never had help. My tribe mates have never really been interested in that, so. When I was playing with the Dragon Punk people, we did a few bosses, but that series is long gone. Yikes. Yeah, those Jurassic Park raptors are probably one of the most dangerous things in the whole mod. Really terrifying. So yeah, my experience with ARK PvP was really not good, and I guess it was because I was trying to be online with other people but stay solo. And that doesn't work. You just get smashed. Everyone just picks on you constantly and you die all the time. So I got really frustrated because it seemed like every day I would just log in, fix things everyone broke, tame things everyone killed, and then the next day start over and do it again. And it was just like, I'm just doing this over and over. There was a few nice people on there. Yeah, there's a Giga. There was a few really nice people in there that were like helpful, but I never really joined a tribe because I guess I always felt it was a lot of work because the tribe depends on the members, and so you kind of like log in and have work to do. That's kind of the way I felt. It's like you log in every day and then you have your jobs you have to do, you know? Like I already have a job. Oh no. No, 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 no. I don't want to be anywhere near that. Those Jurassic Park Rexes dismount you. Whew, Spino Rex fight. This is like something I should put on the Discover Channel. So you went on a PvP server where everyone leaves each other alone? That sounds like Syntax server. I don't really watch Syntax anymore, but he always had those like, today me and all my friends are going to have a mock PvP fight. It's not really serious and we don't attack things that we don't want to get attacked. And it's like... Is he a strictly ARK streamer? Yeah, I mean, when Syntax was first streaming and stuff, he was really knowledgeable and he really was good at showing off what was available and what could be done and how to do things, and I really appreciate that part of his streams. But yeah, you're right. He got really like cocky, you know, and he was like, "Well, you're all here on my server and you're friends of mine and fellow streamers, but I'm the boss and do what I say." And it's kind of like, "Oh, wow, you're kind of a jerk." Yeah, and that's kind of the trouble I ran into. Well, I play other things than ARK, obviously, but I find when I stream them, people really don't care. So I'll stream a video like, I thought, you know, some of these farming simulator streamers are kind of fun. Maybe I'll try some farming simulator stuff. So I did a couple videos of that and posted on YouTube, and people were just not caring. And the same when I do anything other than ARK, it's just like they're just like, meh, who cares? And my ARK, it's not like my ARK videos are high views. I mean, like 10, 20 sometimes. I've had a few that were in the hundreds, but you know, I would not consider myself a successful streamer or YouTuber. Yeah, everyone else does the work, and yeah. Yes, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched him in quite a long time, so. God, this thing's aggro range is insane. My voice is soothing and people want crackheads. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, you have to be kind of going. You have to like bring some kind of weird energy when you're some of these people. It's like, hey guys, today we're going to be doing this, and then you have to like have a plan and have a script set up, kind of where you're like, I don't know. You know, I like open world games like this where anything can happen and you just really don't know what to be prepared for. But where did that thing go? And I don't know what the hell this is. This little dude is just like disturbing in almost every way. Yeah, and you have to be doing something wacky or crazy. Like today we're going to have 50 sabers and they're going to fight 100 dodos and but yeah, I don't know about this guy. I feel like they are going to make it kind of like the Ferox where it's like, oh, it's such a cute little dude, and then it becomes a not cute dude real easily. So I lost all my dinos from going over to Genesis. I had a bunch of Genesis Raptors. What were they over there? Or Raptor X? X-Raptors or whatever they called them. I had a Utyrannus. I had the Sabers. And I had a Ferox briefly, but I lost all of them because I brought them to Ragnarok to keep them quote-unquote safe in our main base there in Ragnarok. And then G-Portal screwed up and screwed up the whole server, and I had to revert it back to an original backup which didn't have them, so they're just gone. And Kat had to rebuild her entire character because she was on there, and then it backed up to a time when she wasn't on the server. So she was on Valguero when the backup was made. So yeah, she was on Valguero when the backup was made. So so she had moved to Ragnarok and then they screwed it up. So I had to revert back to the previous one where she wasn't there, which meant she was nowhere. She wasn't on Valguero because she was in Ragnarok, and she wasn't on Ragnarok because at the time of the backup she was in Valguero. So she was nowhere, and she had to rebuild her entire character again. Luckily, that didn't mean she lost all her stuff. I could just, you know, bring her back to the tribe and she was back. But I don't, she's like, her level's like not, what is she at right now? 34, yeah. So, yeah, and I don't know if you recall, over on Genesis I had a gigantic castle made with the Castle Keeps mod. That's all gone, everything. I really don't know what G-Portal was thinking when all that happened. It didn't make sense. They're like, okay, well, we're going to let the servers run without the mods on them. And it's like, how could you... I think it's all on YouTube if you want to see the base somewhere on there. I'm sorry, it's such a mess of really long videos. But they're like, okay, so we're going to start this server up with the mods turned off. You know what that does? That means that all the mods aren't on, so all the buildings are gone, everything's destroyed. I don't know why they thought to do that. I don't understand. But I haven't had the best luck with G-Portal, to be honest. So now we can breed wyverns. And insects. And, you know, spiders, and I think even like bats. I don't know why you'd want one, but... Yeah, especially like Syntac. He was the one that kind of got me to try them. He's like, oh, they're so much better, and G-Portal's the best, and they never cause any problems, but they have... I can't even talk out here, it's too loud. But they have this weird thing that... They have this really weird thing where on the other servers, other hosts I've been a part of, they allow you to go into your mods and force update. So you can get whatever update is, whether they think you should have it or not. You can go in and force it. This G-Portal doesn't have that. So often I'll go to log in and it won't let me in because a mod isn't up to date. And all you can do to get it up to date is restart the server. And it says updating, getting latest, but it doesn't. And then you go back and you again can't get in because so I've contacted them. I'm like, I can't get into my server. And they're like, oh well, it's because one of your mods isn't updated. Well, I can't force it to update. So how can I even? I just have to keep restarting until finally it decides to do it one time. I don't understand why they do it that way. But so this little chick here is that nanny. Yeah, and I don't know. G-Portal's weird. They have I think the servers run really good once they're running, but anyway. So this is the nanny, and Kat and I messed around with hatching a mantis baby, and that worked out really well. She's got it, I think. It was hers. Can I dig around in her? Oops, I got the ceiling. Yeah, here it is. So we bred our two mantises together and got that one. I mean, I put pictures of it on Instagram when it was a little baby. I mean, right now it looks like, oh, it's just a mantis. So, but the eggs are really ugly and scary looking. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Its stats are kind of mediocre. I don't want to level it up since it's cats. I don't want to do her, whatever her plan is, but... Come on. What the heck? Hey, cat. I was just nosing through your inventory. I was showing the mantis. Yeah, I'm supposed to be working right now. I'm not, because I really don't have anything to do. So I thought it'd be a good day to stream. Busted, yeah. Nothing to see here. I was just saying how we can now do, we can now do breeding of bugs, and I just said we bred the two mantises. And by the way, I took it and put it in your inventory because I didn't want to starve to death when I wasn't on the server. So. Oh no, Discord says I'm streaming? That's not good. Because we use Discord at work. So it might tell them I'm not working. Why would it say that? Really, it's my company. I can work when I want to as long as I meet my deadlines. So. Yeah, but I hid my activity on Discord, so it doesn't say what game I'm playing. No, it does say I'm streaming ARK. Maybe it just says to my friends, but then, I don't know. It's okay. Like I said, I run my own company, so I can stream when I want to. What the hell? Oh, I left the boat over there. So Cat is not working either. Why is that? Double busted. Yeah, I told Kat she should stream too. Because usually streamers help each other, you know, by streaming together, but I don't think she has a Twitch account or anything. But the heck was that sound? With the Jurassic Park mod in here, I am super jumpy. Oh, I think that was not what I wanted. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, the Jurassic Park mod keeps you on your toes for sure. Ooh, he's hurt. Didn't even realize. It's from that alpha, I guess. Yeah, my plan was to get up and see what needed to be done at work, and then if there was nothing, play a little Cyberpunk. But then I saw the ARK 2 trailer and got a little nostalgic. I should get a grinder and grind up this stuff. Now what the hell? So this Viking ship from the Eco Vikings mod is kind of hokey. I mean, it's cool, but it is just a raft after all. it doesn't really match the tech base too much. And did you know, well, you probably didn't notice, but I've been getting like subscribers over on my YouTube channel for apparently no reason, because I haven't been uploading videos in a while, and they're just showing up. It's like, you got a new subscriber, and now I'm one short of 100. I don't have a grinder here. I should get one. So I don't know what the plan is for this map. I think Kat was talking about making a base somewhere. Two, 3 years ago, wow. I don't know that. I think they added a bunch of like secret places with that. No, that was Ragnarok. Ragnarok has a bunch of secret places with that expansion. Ragnarok Plus. I've never checked those out, and there's supposedly a whole area underground now over on Ragnarok. This expansion only added creatures, the crystal creatures, and there's like, what else is on here? There's liquid creatures and no, not ghost creatures, liquid creatures and crystal creatures, I think is about it. When you have some time. Nobody has time. Yeah, Pumpkin pretty much summed up why I'm not a popular streamer / YouTuber. Because I don't act like a psycho. Alright. Don't need any of that garbage. Or that. Don't even really need that. Today we'll be doing ARK meditation. That's a lot of rotten meat. Yeah, I didn't really do this stream with any plans. That's what I usually do though, and it's really boring when you don't have a goal. And I really think it's hard in Twitch to stream with a goal in mind, because in ARK especially, there's a really good chance you're going to fail that goal. So I think it works better for YouTube when you cut and then go back and patch it back in when things are being successful. Do we have a lot of... No, we don't have narco at all. Narcotics. 25, that's pathetic. So, logically, I would then get a dino. So, yeah, okay. I have been holding back on doing big tames here because I haven't been playing it enough, and I'm afraid everything's going to starve. Like Ragnarok right now is shut off because I don't want everything to starve over there. Valgero is shut off because I don't want everything to starve over there. And I've been keeping other tames in here. So I have one Hyenodon, Crystal Otter, Aberrant Otter, and Sabertooth. And I've been keeping them in there just so they don't die because of this. Empty. Oh, a little creep. Like a skinned monkey. But it'd be nice to get something that can actually do work around here, like harvest berries. The new mammoths look kind of cool. Yeah, the only someone that will keep things topped up is me. So you said you've been playing on Jim's server, so are you back to grinding ARK again, or like are you only doing it casually? ARK and World of Warcraft for me are two games that distract me from playing other games. So if I get too into it, I just ignore everything else. And then I go into a design meeting. People are like, "Hey, did you play like Cyberpunk?" No. Just been playing ARK. What? You recently had a baby. Like for realsies, not not in ARK. Wow. Congratulations. Oh, it's got raid protection. So the PvP server I played on did not have raid protection, and we would get these big, giant mega tribes coming in, just wiping everything. Yeah, on official, it's so regional that there's really nothing you can do. Like, so your tribe has to be super diverse to be successful. It seems like, so that you always have people on at all times of day. Because if your tribe is mainly like people in North America, when everyone goes to bed, that's when the other tribes from like Europe and Asia come over and just destroy everything. Yeah, Kat, but you play a lot of Animal Crossing, but you're actually pretty successful in Animal Crossing. Like, um, don't you have like millions of dollars on there and stuff? Yeah, so it's similar to World of Warcraft. Like the when I worked at Raven Software, we all had our own guild in World of Warcraft, and now I haven't worked there for years, but we still have the guild, and pretty much everyone's left, and I have it. I'm kind of like the leader now, just out of default. And I thought about bringing other people in, but you know, I don't know anyone, and I don't know. Something weird about just inviting a stranger. I don't know. You restarted your island twice? Your Animal Crossing island? How did you even do that? I thought it was like once you start an island, that's your place. I set up a Patreon account and I thought about starting a Patreon, but I think it would make me feel pressured to create content. Nobody wants to give Patreon money to someone who's not even playing, so I don't know. Yes, I'm trying to grab narco berries. Kat actually bought me a t-shirt one year for Christmas that said "Got narco berries," like got milk. You have to erase your entire island? Wow. I've got a few of the most popular residents on my island. Like 2 of them, I think. So on Crystal Isles, we have to knock out the crystal creatures to steal their crystals. So I need way more narcotics. Now here's the bench to make dinos. We have to create this hybrid station, which I don't have enough for either. Jeez, look at that. 2,500 cementing paste. Crazy. Yeah, I have a decent following on Instagram. It's been dwindling a lot, but that's just because of my input has been waning. But I find it really hard to promote on Instagram because they don't really have a good link system. So you can't like post a picture and a link to your whatever. They don't allow you to do that. And people are so lazy. I'll say, this is a picture of the, let's say, Castle Keeps and Forts mod. And then people in the chat will say, what mod is this? It says right there. Yeah, the bummer about setting up a Patreon kind of island, or a Patreon, not island, but Patreon servers with for lots of people is that the more people you have on the server, the more they charge you. So, like you'd set, like this server set up for 10 people, and really that's not enough to offer a Patreon. 10 people, that would go fast. And so you'd have to have a bigger server, and then that would cost more. So then the Patreon kind of has to just pay for the service itself, which I guess in turn feeds the popularity of your videos and stuff. So yeah, maybe it's not a bad idea. But so you would play ARK tonight. Let's see. Usually I would play something with my brother. He tried getting ARK, but he can't run it. It's just impossible. His computer is a potato. It'd be funny if my brother was on here. He has trouble not swearing, but and my brother also tends to thrive more if there are other players to contend with, like enemies. I try to be good. I try to not swear, but in reality I do a lot, yeah. Wow, you don't get off till 10? That sucks. That's pretty late for a Friday night. Jeez. Guess I'll just put these berries in here because it'd be a waste to throw them away. So I guess if I was to try to like get this thing up and rolling again, then I need to like focus on taming some crystal creatures and stuff. If I want to seriously get back to playing ARK again. It might be kind of hard because I'm expected to know what's going on in Cyberpunk just from my job, so I have to play that game. And it's huge. Well, it seems huge. Maybe it's not. 1 to 10 on Saturday. Wow. Oh, so not only do we, not to change the subject from how much work sucks, but not only do we have to knock out crystal creatures to get the prime crystals to tame other crystal creatures, but we have to, but the crystals degrade. They like decay and disappear. I wish you could just kill things to get the crystals. This is the problem with streaming ARK. Because nobody wants to watch harvesting grass. Frankly, it's the same problem with I don't stream Farming Simulator, but that would be the same thing. It's like, we're going to mow this field, and it's going to take 40 minutes. Watch me go back and forth. Oh yeah, that's an idea. Take their own crystals and tame them with their own crystals. Back when Crystal Isles was just a mod, you killed them to get the crystals. Seriously? 192 narco berries that can make 38? Wow, expensive. All your stegos still on rag. Stegos. Tech stegos? We had a lot of stegos on extinction. Do I have stegos on Ragnarok? I put a lot of the animals into these little Pokeballs. Not just because it's more convenient, but it kind of helps the frame rate when they aren't out. And since ARK is so well optimized, joke. It helps to run. When people come near your base, they lose their frame rate terribly. You're raising tech stegos? I have loads of tech rexes, yeah. Yep. And the stegos changed their model recently, and they look a lot better. And they have abilities too now that the other ones didn't. Yeah, it would be interesting to get some. I wonder if they're crystal stegos. Because that would be interesting. They would make spikes on the tails that are crystals. That would be nice. And on the back, if those are crystals, that'd be cool. I don't... Yeah, I thought they looked okay. They seemed a little OP. Just a little bit. See if I can find any. Kind of bored with harvesting berries. I've been on over an hour. It's like an hour and a half. I probably shouldn't. Let's see. I don't think the Jurassic stegos look all that great. I think there's some over here in this area, usually. There's a lot of crystal Deinosuchus around here. Well, I haven't been on streaming in such a long time, and you are always like the one person that the second I log in, bam. Those are Jurassic creatures there. Those are Crystal Isles. Oh good, here comes these jerks. Don't say sorry. I'm gonna have to kill this thing. Give up? Wow, that's nice. Where are all the stegos? Come on. Maybe over by the green obelisk is a better place to look. Wow. Yeah, I agree. It's a reskin tap, however you pronounce it, Tapejara, but more impossible to tame. I know you mentioned you don't mind the more challenging tames. Is that the Jurassic? Hello, hello? Oh yeah, those are kind of cool. Huh. Not to get too dino nerdy, but did you know that a lot of the different kinds of Triceratops that they felt they had discovered were actually just Triceratops that were in different stages of their lives, like juveniles and young, and they were calling them different species when they were actually just the same. Yeah. I'm sure that is the same story with a lot of different dinos. Oh, hello. Another alpha. Was it a 108 or an 18? Come on, move your horns. 18. That wouldn't be too hard to get rid of. I think these guys might kill him. Oh crap, that was a 180. Something big going on over there. Giga. Jurassic Giga, so it's not the big scary kind, but... Oh, and it's running. That's interesting. So we're looking for a stego. Who dat? Oh, so you have really good levels here. Seriously, dude? Yeah, the Jurassic Park creatures aren't perfect. But I give them credit for having so many different kinds in the mod. There's way more than there was in like regular official. Hey, I think we got DNA that time. Yep. Got some basic DNA, some Giga DNA, and whatever those guys were. And some gloves. I should keep some gear around for Kat since she lost everything. What is that sound? Seriously, what is that sound? Is it just supposed to be the sound of the trees? Check the floor for snakes, yeah. Snakes on a plane. I think it's just supposed to be an environmental sound. Huh. Oh right, there are snakes on here, huh? Little tiny ones. I don't have that mod that brings the Atlas creatures here. I did once have them on there, but it just seemed kind of ridiculous. They weren't really, the Atlas creatures weren't really all that useful. Oh, they're from Jurassic. Oh, you're right. There are Jurassic Park ones. I can't believe we haven't seen a stego. It's like the most common dino. Yeah, Kat went to school for sound design, so she's very critical of all the sounds. It's ARK has got issues in a lot of ways. Okay, my bad, I can't find a stego. You mean this should have been fixed by the time they come out with ARK 2? This should be perfect now. If they're already talking about ARK 2. And I don't know if it still does it, but this area here used to be like called like the salt area, or I think it was. Can't remember. And it would hurt you just standing around here. I don't think it still does that. Oh, there's a stego. They got more jiggly bits. Than they used to. Wow. Flip-top platform structure. Yeah, they look okay. You said they looked a little goofy? I've heard that they're like, well, they've always been pretty good for PvP, but I've heard now they're even more. And it suddenly stops raining. Oh, like the griffins, yeah. Why haven't they ever fixed that? The griffins do that little pop, 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 like snapping to a degree, it seems like. as they're turning. It's like snap, 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 snap. Yeah, and it looks really, really bad. Yeah. You don't fix anything. They fix nothing ever. There's still a bug with the Thyla that when you get off of them, leave them somewhere, and then like log off the server or whatever and come back, they're in a different position, but their bounding box is still in the position it was originally left in. So you walk up to them and you can't. There's like a solid area around them that isn't really there because it's their old bounding box compared to their position they're currently standing in. They've never fixed that. It's still that way. I'm apparently freezing to death. Why am I freezing to death? Yeah, I have that problem with snow owls a lot. I get off of them, they just fly away. There's a mod called Return Home or something like that, or Fly Home, for Crystal Wyvern. For flyers that get lost, so they come back to their base. Yeah. Well, I've got a few messages from work. They aren't urgent, but I should probably talk to people. Let me get the stuff from ya. Why doesn't it keep the crystal in there anymore? The Pokeball in there. There it goes. You know, if this mod, Dino Storage mod, if something happens to it, I'm screwed. I'll lose everything. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it was nice to get back to streaming again. I felt a little guilty. Yeah, so we have almost a 2-hour stream today. I don't know how I'm going to upload that to YouTube. I might have to cut it up, but all right. So thanks for joining me. It's nice to get back to a little ARK streaming. And yeah, I guess depending on my work schedule, See if I can do it more often. Okay. Thanks for stopping in. Bye-bye.